Hey guys, this is Mr. Duck and Bubbles, and this time I'm taking a look at Hero Factory Brain Attack, Rocka, and Bulk. Now, I bought Bulk a long time ago, but sadly never reviewed him. Wish I could have now, but now's the time. And I recently purchased Rocka from my local Target. As of the time of this video, Target is now having a clearance sale on all Hero Factory figures. The one you see here is $8.39, and the larger ones are like $11.19. To show you that, here's an example of Pyrox, who's $11.19, and I believe Furno XL and Dragon Bolt are like $17, but they're pretty good. Now, I'll talk about Bulk later in the video, but for now, let's take a look at Rocka. He comes in a bag about 43 pieces. He's number 44002. And if you see on the back here, you can combine him with Scarox, which I think I'm gonna get actually. And you can combine him in this guy. Please excuse the background noise. My washing machine's busy right now. So, let's take a look at this guy and see just how cool he actually is. Okay, so here we have all the parts laid out. So, he uses the narrower torso, which is okay, which is standard for some of the smaller heroes, except Furno XL, which uses a extra long one. Bone pieces, nothing really too special here. He comes with two silver hands, which is actually pretty good, because Rocka's always been a one-handed person. Well, not this time. Here's one of these technical pin pieces. Two silver feet, which is standard for all the heroes in this series. And he's got two of these gunmetal gray forelongs. We've had different versions. I've seen these before in Hero Factory Series 2, but they've been used quite a lot. He does come with a hero core. That's nice. And he's got some Technic pins. Technic stuff. He uses one of these for his plasma blade actually. Alright. Oh, and he has one of these, right? That just leaves onto the new parts. First things first, we have these pearl gold from the these are Exoforce arms, I believe, and they've come in a variety of colors over the years. But in this series, each one has its own variety of color. In Bulk's case, it's orange. Furno's is red. Breeze is green, force green, I believe. Surge is blue. Evo is yellow. Stormers are white. And Rockas are gold. Now, there is also a Jet Rocka, but I'm not getting him because it doesn't look that good. This is the new standard armor piece, and it's a little bit different than the ones from Breakout. It attaches the same way as they did with the hero core, but these points here, let me demonstrate. You take these pieces, and you push them up. These are called Duralock clamps to protect the hero's quasicores, but there's something missing on them. Luckily, you get 4 of these. Now, they're extremely hard to use, but if you position them just right, I know this is a demonstration. Oops. Give me a sec. You have to maneuver these very well. Sometimes they can get out of whack. Sometimes they can get out of whack. And there you go. Now, if I can just... And you have to make sure they're just right. And this is what a completed hero core looks like. And I like the idea of the Duralock clamps because it helps protect their Waza cores. And you can also slide them to make them look like this. Okay, now we have this. These ones, I'm actually interested. These are gold forlongs. You only get 3 of them. And I now have a total of 6 of these because, well, I bought a second one. And we now have 3 sizes of these. I'm going to put these in order, size order. We have 3 size, 4 size, and 5 size. These came with the original, with Rocka 3.0. This came with Breakout Rocka. This came with the new Rocka. So that's actually kind of cool. And he does come with this, which is a translucent green, which is more like a neon green. And because of my lights down here, I get an almost translucent effect right away. So that's actually pretty cool. Speaking of which, this is the new head that every character is going to be using in this series. It's actually quite different from the Glatorian heads we were using earlier. It has 2 points, one here, one here. It has 4 points here, and it has a clip point, which goes with this. This is the Advanced Tech Visor that all the heroes are going to be using. And here's Rocka's new head. Looks interesting. They've changed it up from the original head, from Breakout. I'm going to demonstrate the head quick. So this looks like folded, looks like unfolded. So that's cool. He has a plain shield, big whoop. And he comes with this. This is his plasma blade. Now, there are a lot of these have been used quite a bit in Hero Factory and also the Legends of Chima building sets. The first ones came with silver with Rocket with the Inferno XL, so that's pretty cool. Now before we both feet? Do I have both feet? Yeah, I have both feet. Now, before we get started, I'm actually going to take out one of these and replace it with this. So it makes it look a lot more bulky, because I prefer heroes with a lot more bulk. So I'll just quickly put this one together. I also did this with bulk, so it's going to be pretty interesting to do. So, enough talking with the parts. What do you say we get this thing all built up, and we'll see just how cool he actually is. Okay, so here we have Rocka all built up and equipped with his plasma sword, plasma blade, and his razor shield. Oh, and we also have Bulk, who's equipped with his drill, and he has a shield on the back. Just a plain shield. Now, there's a lot of difference between these two. The main difference is the color scheme, but even though they're both small characters, I mean, they're actually roughly the same height, despite using the same leg parts, same arm parts, but they're just different colors. Fix that arm hand for a sec. They're both upgraded with the Model ZX79 upgrades, which is standard for these new brain attack heroes. Now, I am planning to buy some other heroes. I am planning to get Scarox soon when I get the money for it. It costs about $18.96 for two Rockas. Now, the blade can spin, which is nice, and I like that. But I also do like the mix of neon green they put in there, such as that plasma sword, but he only came with one of these, so I decided to add an extra one, because I prefer my heroes bulky, not with one armor piece. And his shield, I used a Technic connector, because originally, I'll demonstrate this with Bulk in a sec, the shield just plugged in like that. That's just plain, that just looks dumb. If you were holding it sideways, it'd be better. If they used the Technic connectors, it would have been a little bit better. As it is, they're alright. Now, looking under their Advanced Tech visors for a sec, they're pretty good. Bulk, however, has a bit of a sort of a mean expression. And the orange and the visors are actually really cool. And as I mentioned, all the Hero Factory figures have silver boots, which is interesting since that's how they're designed. And I also like the choice of weapons each character has. Bulk, I believe the only three with handheld shields are Bulk, Rocka, and Breeze. Breeze has a razor saw shield and a twin blade staff, I think. Bulk, however, has this drill with a flick fire missile, which he actually used in the episode. And these guys are pretty cool. Now, as for their armor, each one has different Exoforce arms. Bulk has orange, Rocka has gold. Plain and simple. Now, these were also used with a Legends of Chima Chi Laval, which I think I might get soon, actually. And I like that they used one of these gold hangs for part of his sword. It's cool. And the razor shield actually looks interesting. The shield looks pretty interesting. Now, if you want to store this on his back, they use one of these. Let me demonstrate. And there you go. Now it is unsightly. Now I usually display my heroes with the shields on the back, and I'm glad Lego came up with that little idea of storing the weapons. But you can't store the sword or drill, which is okay. But I like the sword though. It looks pretty cool, especially when it's with this translucent green color. It's pretty cool. Now, each character can combine with a corresponding villain. Bulk combines with Bruiser, and Rocka combines with Scarox. And they're both interesting, but I think the Breeze Ogrim combination definitely looks the best. And with Bulk, I didn't like how he only came was armored on one side, so I prefer my heroes bulkier to make them look stronger. Now Rocka, however, has a presence of a knight because of how he has a shield and a sword. The same thing happened with Furno XL, which is very interesting. But these characters are actually pretty cool, and I just like the overall look of these guys. There are some changes though, from their originals. Bulk in Breakout, he had little bits of orange. He has that here with a brain attack. Rocka had silver hands, so he has silver hands here. But in the episode, I think he actually had black hands. I can't tell. So overall, I think these guys are really definitely worth collecting. Now, as of the time of this video, I have already posted my Stringer and Breakout Stringer and Breeze reviews. So as of the recording of this video video number 94. So I'm almost halfway. So I'm almost at my 100th video. So keep your eyes open for more videos. And speaking of heroes, my next hero review will be Brain Attack, Pyrox, and Bruiser. So stay tuned for those. Until then, this is Mr. Duck and Bubbles, and I'll catch you later.